Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
No, we'll try that one again. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
That's better. Right, welcome to Ermysted, and thank you for kindly supporting the Dramatic Society once again this year. We hope your generosity will extend to a Little Shop of Horrors t-shirt, which I'm sure you saw on your way in, which are available for a meagre £6.50 at the end of the show. Now, I've actually drawn the short straw tonight, and it's my job to tell you where the toilets are. So, for the gentlemen, through that door, down at the bottom of the stairs on the left-hand side, and for the ladies, also through that door, first door on your right, or there's one at the end of the corridor opposite the cloakroom. There will be an interval halfway through the show of about 20 minutes when refreshments will be served in rooms E and F, which are the first two along the bottom corridor near the desk. In the fairly unlikely event of an emergency, there's an emergency exit there and an emergency exit there, but if you do get lost, just follow the sounds of a screaming stage crew and you'll be out in no time. Right, this is our last performance. The audiences up to now have been alright, with a peak on Thursday, but many of you will know it's the last time some of us will be on stage for Ermysted, and we want you to show us how much you're enjoying yourself. The cast are threatening to go on strike if you don't. So just enjoy yourself, make lots of noise, scream, shout, dance, whatever you want. But we do draw the line at streaking across the stage because some of the younger members of the audience get a bit embarrassed. Fortunately, Mr. Clough has promised us that there won't be a repeat performance tonight. That's it. Thanks for listening. Enjoy yourself and make lots of noise for Little Shop of Horrors.
Day of the month of September, in an early year of a decade not too long before our own, the human race suddenly encountered a deadly threat to its very existence. And this threat surfaced, as such things often do, in the seemingly most innocent and unlikely of places.
What did you break now, Krelborn?
Nothing, Mr. Mushnik!
Ron, Gavon, Gavox, and Akapebel, Midzibella. So, she finally decides to come to work.
Good morning, Mr. Mushnik.
What morning? It's almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Not that we had a customer, though. Who has customers when you run a flower shop on Skid Row?
I'm sorry.
Seymour, what is going on back there?
Very little, Mr. Mushnik.
Audrey, you better go back there and see what he's... Audrey, where'd you get that shiner?
Shiner?
Audrey, that greasy boyfriend of yours has been beating you up again. Look, I know it's none of my business, but I'm beginning to think he's not such a nice boy.
You don't meet nice boys when you live on Skid Row, Mr. Mushnik.
I got these plans to finished.
Seymour, look what you've done to the inventory!
Don't yell at Seymour, Mr. Mushnik.
Hi, Audrey. You look radiant today. Is that new eye makeup?
I'll clean it up before any of the customers get here.
Well, that ought to give you plenty of time. Look, God, what an existence I've got. Misfit employees, bums on the sidewalk, business is lousy, my life is a living hell. Urchins, off the stoop, please. Ain't it bad enough I've got these winos permanently decorating my shop front? I need you 3 worthless ragamuffins to complete the picture.
Oh, we ain't bothering nobody, are we, Crystal? No, we're not, Renee.
You ought to be in school.
Split shit. Right, we went to school for the 5th grade, then we split.
So how do you intend to better yourselves?
Better ourselves? Mister, when you from Skid Row, ain't no such thing.
Somebody say, I'll get out of here. Someone give me my shot. or I'll rot in. Show me how and I will, I'll get out of here. I'll stop climbing uphill and get out of here. Someone tell me I still could get out of here. Someone tell me that I'm stuck here. Show me how to get out of here. You know better than well to get out of here. I know everything else to get out of here. I don't know what to get out of here, but a hell of a lot to get out of here. People tell me just not to get out of here. Don't believe me, I gotta get out of here.
Look at that. 6 o'clock and we didn't sell so much as a fern. I guess this is it. Don't bother coming in tomorrow.
You don't mean?
You can't mean.
What? What don't I mean? I mean I'm closed. Forget it. Kaput.
You can't.
Kaput. Extinct. I'm closing this garden customer forsaken place.
Mr. Mushnik, forgive me for saying so, but has it ever occurred to you what the firm needs is to move in a new direction?
What Seymour's trying to say, Mr. Mushnik, is, well, we talked about it, and we both agree. Seymour, why don't you run in the back and get that strange and interesting plant you've been working on? You see, Mr. Mushnik, some of those exotic plants Seymour's been tinkering around with are really unusual. We were thinking, well, maybe some of the strange and interesting plants prominently displayed and advertised would attract business.
I'm afraid he isn't feeling very well today.
There. Now, isn't that bizarre?
At least, what kind of weirdo plant is that, Seymour?
I don't know. It looks like some kind of fly trap, but I haven't been able to identify it in my books. So I gave it my own name. I called it an Audrey 2.
After me?
I hope you don't mind. You see, sir, if you put a strange and interesting plant like this here in the window, well then just maybe...
Maybe what? Do you have any idea how ridiculous you sound? Just because you put a strange and interesting plant in the window, people will not just suddenly...
Excuse me, I couldn't notice in that strange and interesting plant. What is it?
It's an Audrey 2.
I never seen anything like it before.
Well, no one has.
Where did you get it?
Well, you remember that total eclipse of the sun a couple of days ago? I was walking the wholesale flower district that day, and I passed by this place where this old Chinese man, he sometimes sells me really exotic cuttings. Because he knows, you see, well, the strange plants are my hobby. He didn't have anything unusual there that day. So I was about to, you know, walk on by. When suddenly, and without warning, there was this... It got very dark, and there's a strange humming sound, like something from another world. And when the lights came back, this strange plant was just sitting there. Just stuck in, you know, among the zinnias. I could have sworn it hadn't been there before, but the old Chinese man sold it to me anyway. For $1.95.
Well, that's an unusual story and a fascinating plant. Oh, and while I'm here, I might as well take $50 worth of roses.
$50.
$50?
$50?
Oh, yes, sir, right away, sir.
Can you break 100?
100. No, I'm afraid we closed the register for the day.
Well, then I said to take twice as many, won't I?
Twice as many?
Twice as many?
Twice as
Oh,
many?
yes, sir, right away, sir. Audrey, my darling, kindly fetch this wonderful gentleman $100 worth of our very finest American beauty roses.
Thank you very much. Yes, sir, that's one strange and interesting plan. Look what it did!
That's the first money we've made for 6 months. Well, quick, don't just stand there. Put that plant, what do you call it?
An Audrey too!
Put that Audrey too in the window where the passers-by can see. My God, they'd never have believed it. My children, I'm taking us all to dinner to celebrate.
Oh, I'd love to, Mr. Mushnik, but I got a date.
With the same no good, Nick. I'm telling you, Audrey, you don't need a date with him. If anything, you need a major medical. He ain't a good, clean kind of boy.
He's a professional.
What kind of professional drives a motorcycle and wears a black leather jacket?
He's a rebel, Mr. Mushnik, but he makes good money. And besides, he's the only fella I got. Enjoy dinner. Good night, Seymour.
Good night, Audrey.
Poor girl.
Are we still going out to dinner, Mr. Mushnik?
You are not going anywhere, Seymour. You're staying right here and taking care of this sick plant. I mean, how come it's wilting all the time?
I told you, it's been giving me trouble. The Audrey 2 is not a healthy girl.
Oh, strictly between you and me, neither is the Audrey 1.
If I only knew what breed it was, what genus. But it's nowhere in the books.
Well, my advice to you, Seymour, is you better find out and fast. Look what that exotic little beauty did for business.
I know.
I'm counting on you.
I know.
You do?
I do.
So fix. Good night.
Oh, Tui, Mr. Mushnik and Audrey, they just met you. But I've been going through this for weeks. They grow and wilt, spurt and flop. I used to kill plants, but you just plain stubborn. What do you want? What do you need? I've given you sunlight. I've given you dirt. You've given me nothing but heartache and hurt. I'm begging you sweetly. I'm down on one knee. Oh, please grow for me. I've given you plant food. I'm water to sip. I've given you potash. You've given me zinc. Oh God, how I miss you. Oh, what how you tease. Now, please, go for me. I've given you southern exposure to get you to thrive. I feed you back hard like you're supposed to. You're barely alive. I've tried you at levels of moisture from desert to mud. I've given you chromites and mineral supplements. What do you want from me? Blood. Ouch! Damn rose, damn thorns. Hey, Tui, look what I did. Hey, you open up. What made you do that? I think I know what made you do that. Well, I guess a little could hurt. Just don't make a habit out of anything. I've given you sunshine. I've given you rain. Seems like you're not happy unless I open a vein. I'll give you a few drops if that'll appease. Now please, oh please, grow for me.
WSKID, home of the hits. And in just a few minutes, we'll be bringing you Wink Wilkinson's Weird World, the show that talks to wonderful people who bring in their weird things. But first, here's a little tune for all you lovers out there.
Hi there. Excuse me, I was told you know just on my own. Okay.
Oh, life can be a dream. If I could take you up in paradise, you would tell me
Sorry, it wasn't me, it was the plants.
sweetheart, hello again. Should look over me again. Life can be a dream. If only all my precious plants from you.
Sorry.
Sweetheart.
This is Radio WSKID. And now, Wink Wilkinson's Weird World with your host, Wink Wilkinson. Hi everybody, it's Weird Wink Wilkinson, locking and scratching at your house. Everybody doing today? I got a stiff. Nick, let me just fix this up here. Oh, that feels a lot better. Well, I got a great show for you today with some wonderful weird stuff. What are you doing here? What? No, lady, put your clothes back up. Please, no. What if your husband would have come in? I'm right here, Wink. I'm sorry, I love your show. I gotta kill you though now with this machine gun. Oh, you got me. Oh, I feel so very weird. Well, our first guest today, you probably read about in the newspapers, is a young man by the name of Seymour Krelborn, is that correct? Who's recently discovered a new plant called the Auger Tube. Seymour, let me play your scene. Hello, Seymour.
Hello, Wink.
Boy, I wish you folks at home could see this. Seymour, where did you get such a weird plant?
Well, you remember the total eclipse of the sun a couple of days ago?
And thus we conclude our interview with Seymour Krelborn, the young botanical, do you mind if I call you a genius?
Gosh, no.
The young botanical genius who's discovered the weird plant, the Auger Tube. Oh, just one last question, Mr. Krelborn. Did you feed it anything special?
Special? No. It's a secret formula, but it's not hard to come by.
I see.
Just like to remind all listeners, the Auger Tube is on display exclusively at Mushnik Skipton Florist.
This is Radio
Up in 6 days a week, 10 to 8. M-U-S.
The dress. Mention the address. Oh well, it's still great advertising. I can't believe it, it couldn't be happening. Pinchy girls, it couldn't be happening. All of this sudden success coming out of the blue. I put a sign up right in the shop window, an advertisement right in the shop window. Stop in and see the amazing new plant Audrey 2. And the really remarkable thing is that people they do. Seymour, that twerp of a klutz, finally did something right. Audrey 2 drives him nuts. What a blessing this wonderful plant should exist. And raking the bugs for me hand over fist.
Well, how'd I do?
You sweet Seymour! You sounded sexier than the Wolfman!
But you didn't mention the address. How many times have I told you, Seymour?
Sorry, I was nervous. Oh, where's Audrey?
Oh, forget about Audrey. Listen to this. I've got 3 more radio interviews lined up for tomorrow, and the Skipton Health Examiner wants a picture.
Tell Seymour!
Proud of Mother. She'd be so proud.
You're an overnight sensation, Seymour! Well, who'd have believed it? One day he pushed a broom, nothing in his knees but gloom and doom. Then he lit a fuse and it came through. Stand aside and watch your mother blow. Explosion, then kaboom. Don't you gotta show you never know. Seymour was the guy. He became
broadcast. I wanted to be here. I wanted to cheer him on, but...
Don't tell me. You got tied up.
No. Just handcuffed a little.
Girl, I don't know whose mess you hanging out with, but he's hazardous to your health.
That's for sure. But I can't leave him.
Why not?
He'd get angry. And if he does this to me when he likes me, imagine what he'd do if he ever got mad.
So dump the chump. Get another guy and let him protect you. We're going all picked out. A little botanical genius. And she ain't talking about George Washington Carver.
Seymour?
Bingo!
Oh, I could never be Seymour's girl. We're just friends. I got a past.
Who wants this happen?
I don't deserve a sweet, considerate, suddenly successful guy like Seymour.
This child sucks from low self-image. At point, she had a problem.
I know Seymour's the greatest, but I'm dating a semi-sadist. So I got a black eye and my arms in a cast. Still at Seymour's a cutie. Well, if not, he's got inner beauty, and I dream of a place where we can be together at last. You know, there's a little place I dream of, just off the interstate, not fancy like Levittown. Sweetest, greenest place, where all the houses have the same little lawn out front and the same little flagstone patio out back. I dream about it all the time. Just me and a toaster and a sweet little guy. Like Seymour. Matchbox of our own, a fence of real chain link, a grill out on the patio, disposal in the sink, a washer and a dryer, and an ironing machine in the tract house that we share somewhere that's green. He rakes and trims the grass. He loves to mow and weed. I cook like Betty Crocker, and I look like Donna Reed. There's plastic on our furniture to keep it neat and clean. In
decoration in our new improved display. So we're closed for renovation today.
Yes, this is the shop you heard about on the Channel 5 News, and yes, the Old 32 is on display exclusively here.
We're close for decoration, cause fortune has been smiling. So now we're due for painting, new plumbing and retiling. We'll make a ship-shape showcase of our little shop, and then tomorrow we'll be open again.
Seymour, haven't you finished that yet?
I'm doing my best, but all these band-aids made it kind of hard.
You've been getting hurt so much lately.
I know. It seems like every time I pick up a pair of pruning shears, I slip.
We're close for renovation, just walking down a rooming. As business has been thriving, since all the you've been blooming. The phones have not stopped ringing with the customers who say,
Another bunch of peonies,
another dozen daisies, please.
geraniums and enemies.
Forget-me-nots and fleur-de-lis.
There's some deliveries.
Okay, full of sceneries. We're
Close for renovation
today.
Seymour, did you send out that order for Mrs. Shiva?
Mrs. Shiva?
Mrs. Shiva.
Mrs. Shiva, I forgot.
You forgot? How could you forget an important order like that, Seymour? The Shivas are our most important funereal account. You know that. A big, enormous family, and they're dropping off like flies. I'm telling you, Seymour, if we lose business over this, you are finished.
You know, sometimes I think Mr. Mushnik's too hard on you.
Oh, I don't mind. After all, I owe him everything. He took me out of Skid Row home for boys when I was just a little tyke. Gave me a nice place to sleep, under the counter, and nice things to eat, like meatloaf and water, and floors to sweep, and toilets to clean. But every other Sunday off.
You know, I think you ought to raise your expectations a little, Seymour. Now that we're getting successful, I mean. Why don't you start with some new clothes? No offense, but with all those interviews and photo sessions, a big, important experimental botanist has to look the part.
I'm a very bad shopper, Audrey. I don't have good taste like you.
Well, I could help you pick things out.
You could?
Sure.
You go shopping with me?
Sure.
You'd be seen with me in a public place, like a department store?
Sure.
Tonight?
Oh, I can't tonight. I've got a date. But I'd like to go another time.
Sure. I'll pencil you in.
Bet you got a lot of dates now, huh?
Well, not dates exactly, but all the garden clubs are calling, asking me to give lectures.
Gee.
Imagine me giving lectures. I never even finished grade school.
That doesn't matter. You have life experience.
Oh, some experience. I don't know what it's like to fly on an aeroplane.
Me neither.
Or read a fancy dinner at Howard Johnson's.
Me neither.
Or ride a motorcycle.
Oh, it's no big deal. And besides, it's dangerous.
It is?
Extremely dangerous. I better go fix my face. My date will be here any minute.
Excuse me, ladies, which way to 1313 Skid Row?
I'm afraid that information will cost you $1.
Hey, no problem. There you go.
It's right over there. Just like the thousands of others flocking down to see the other two, you better come back tomorrow, man, because this shop is closed today. Oh, took his $1.
I'm not here to buy posies, ladies. I'm here to pick up my date.
Your date? Main bad chance talking about a girl with a black eye and several other medical problems.
Hey, as a matter of fact...
Hey, that's it! Get out of here!
Ladies, please. I'm friendly. Truce, Pachem. You want some nitrous oxide?
Why don't you just get lost by this break? The last thing Arden needs is more of your kind.
My kind is a very nice kind, ladies. I'm not a monster.
What else would you call it?
I would call it an occupational hazard.
Say what?
You see, ladies, my line of work requires a certain fascination with human pain and suffering. This stuff is great. Allow me to explain. When I was younger, just a bad little kid, my mama noticed funny things chewing puppets like a baby again. I'm pausing guppies when I was living. I find a pussy cat bash in his head. That's when my mama said.
What did she say?
She said, my boy, I think someday you'll find a way to make a natural tendency. Hey, you'll be a dentist.
You'll be a dentist.
You'll have a talent for calling. Hey,
Hey,
son, be a dentist.
you'll be a dentist.
People will pay you to be inhumane.
Inhumane?
Your temperament's wrong for the preacher, and teaching with sutures to us. Son, be a dentist. You'll be a success.
Ermysted, the leader of the class. What do you think of this guy? Oh my God! He's a dentist and you'll never be any good. Who wants to teach him by the monkey this time? All that hurts. I don't know.
I shut up, woman wide, here I come. I am your dentist, and I enjoy the career that I
Love it.
I am your dentist, and I get up on the pain I inflict.
Love it.
I thrill when I draw back hospital, and swallow though they tell me I'm mad or just ill. Though it may cause my patient distress, I know it's somewhere in heaven above me. I know that my mama's proud of me. Oh, mama, 'cause I'm a dentist and a success. Say oh,
Ah!
say ah, say ah. Now spit. Hey, how you doing?
Fine, thank you, but the shop's closed.
I'm not here to shop, I'm here to... Hey, this must be that plan they're talking about on the news. What you call it?
An Audrey too.
Cute name. Catchy. Nice plant. Big.
Thank you. I raised it myself. And if you don't mind, I'm not really supposed to let you...
I hear it's some kind of new species or something.
Well, that's what they tell me. But look, you're gonna have to go now. We're closed.
It's all right, Seymour. This is my boyfriend, Seymour Orange Ravello. DDS.
I'll tell you something, kid. You say you raised this thing, right?
Right?
Well, I sure as hell wouldn't keep it under a barrel in a skid row dump like this. This avocado here could be your ticket to the stars. You can take it to any flower shop in town and name your price. Hell, someone will make you a goddamn partner to get the hands on this little baby.
I don't care. I'm very happy here.
Seymour's very loyal.
Someone talking to you?
Excuse me.
Excuse me, what?
Doctor?
That's better. I'll tell you something, kid. This thing's a big green gold mine. Get your ass out of this dump and take the plant with you. What? Mushnik skid row florists? It's like a joke. You hear me talking?
Yeah, I hear you.
He hears him?
Shouldn't we be leaving now? I'm sorry.
Sorry, what?
Doctor, sorry, doctor.
You got the train, Ermysted. Well, my bike's outside and double parked, but you think about what I said, Scout. I mean it. You think about it.
Sure I'll think about it.
You'll think about it?
You do that. Okay, Audrey! You got the handcuffs?
They're right in my bag.
Then let's go.
Do think about it. Do think about it.
I don't like that guy, Mr. Mushnik. You should hear the way he talks to Audrey.
Jordan Himmel now, the kid just said he'd mull it over.
No wonder she looks so unhealthy. It's enough to make you sick.
If you left me, if Seymour left me, why then I'd be right back where I started, which was broke and starving.
Sweet and good and beautiful she is, she deserves a prince, not a sadistic creep like him.
Close to bankrupt,
What a louse.
he said befuddled and bereft. That's what I'd do if Seymour left.
He's a disgrace to the dental profession.
Seymour,
Sir?
Seymour, how would you like to be my son? How would you like to be my own adopted boy? I never liked him much before, but count the castings in the drawer. I've got no choice, I must do but say yes.
What for?
Seymour, I want to be your dad. I want to see you climbing up my family tree. I used to think you left the stench, but now I see that you're a mensch, so I'm proposing be my son. Mushnik and son, sounds great. 3 words with the ring of fate. So say you'll cooperate with me. A forest dream come true. Mushnik and his pointing you. What business will do for FTD? How about it, Seymour, be my son? Just say the word, I'll have my lawyer on the phone.
Now, Mr. Mushnik, don't be rash. You always said that I was trash.
Oh, I was joking.
Sir, I'm joking.
Use the physical expression of my pride, of the sweet maternal fishy goss I'm hell-bent up inside.
G.
So?
Well,
you? Go ahead and say it, Seymour, tell me that you will.
well, gee, I'd really like to, but
I'll hold my breath until...
okay, you win. I'll be your son.
Would I win? He'll be my son.
Roll up the papers down and touched, I really am. Someday when you're 83, I'll let you come move in with me.
You swear?
Promise.
What a son! Mushnik and son, that's that. Officially, I'm a brat. Consider the matter closed and done. Now to the world, let's stick our senior and junior shtick. Through thin and through thick, through sloppy and slick.
So come kiss me quick.
Please don't make me sick. Mushnik and son.
I'm his son. Sudden changes surround me. Lady Luck came and found me. Thanks a million for making the magic you do. Thanks to you, sweet Petunia. Mushnik's taking a junior. And someday when I own this whole shop, I'll remember I owe it to you. Who cares I've been a little anemic side these past few weeks? Well, so what if I had a few dizzy spells, a little lightheadedness? It's been worth it, old pal. Well, Tui, I'm gonna run down to Schmendik's to get a bite to eat, and I'll see you in the... Oh boy, here we go again. Look, I haven't got much left, okay? Just give me a few more days to heal, and then we'll start again on the left hand and...
Feed me.
I beg your pardon?
Feed me.
Tui, you talked. You opened up your thing, you trapped me, and you said...
Feed me, Crowbar, feed me now!
I can't.
I'm starving!
I know, but you can't get blood from a stone.
More!
I haven't got any more. What do you want me to do? Slit my wrist? Look, how about run down the corner and get some nice chopped sirloin?
Must be blood.
Chewie, that's disgusting.
Must be fresh.
I don't want to hear this.
Feed me.
Does it have to be human?
Feed me.
Does it have to be mine?
Feed me.
Where am I supposed to get it?
Feed me, Seymour. Feed me all night long. That's right, boy. You can do it. Feed me, Seymour. Feed me all night long. 'Cause if you feed me, Seymour, well, I can grow big and strong.
Let's face it, RG2. You eat blood. How am I supposed to keep on feeding? Kill people?
I'll make it worth your while.
What?
You think this is all coincidence, baby? There's some success around here. Your adoption papers.
Look, you're a plant, an inanimate object.
Does this look inanimate to you, Punk? I can move and I can talk. Who's to say I can't do anything I want?
Like what?
Like deliver, pal. Like seeing in everything your secret greasy heart desires. But would you like to carry that car or a cash shot on Jack car? How's about a day with hiding the mind? You gonna get it?
No thanks to you. Can it too often?
How'd you like to be the big wheel, dining out for every meal? Taking chances and it'll all come real, so go get it. I'm your genie, I'm your friend, I'm your willing slave. Take a chance, just feed me and you know you gotta eat, you gotta red treat, you gotta stick it in these things I come on, Seymour, don't be a putz. Trust me, your lawful sonny rival king tuts. Show a little initiative, work with the guns and you'll get it.
I don't know.
Come on, Seymour.
I don't know.
My.
I have so strong reservation.
Tell the truth, but please.
Should I go and perform mutilation?
He didn't have nothing till he met me. Come on, kid, what'll it be? Money, girls, one particular girl. How about that, Audrey? Think it over. There must be someone you can 8 or 6 real quiet like and get me some lunch. How's about a room at the Ritz, wrapped in velvet, covered in glitz? A little looking on the clear real sense, you'll get it.
Just like a harvest, to live around the town of James, making all the guys on the corner turn.
Go get it. If you wanna be profound and you really gotta justify, stop and take a look around. A lot of folks deserve to die.
Wait a minute. That's not a very nice thing to say.
But it's true, isn't it?
No, I don't know anyone who deserves to get chopped up and fed to a hungry plant.
Sure you do.
Superwoman, crash for a friggin' scandal.
Sorry, Doctor, I'm sorry, Doctor.
Now get the hell in there, pick up the goddamn slut you just
Yes,
found.
Doctor. I see we're all was right here before.
Come on, move it, you little slut. How'd you like this stupid tape? Forget your friggin' sweater. Crash, your stupid head wanna scoot on.
I'm not hurt.
Move it!
If you want a rationale, and it isn't very hard to see. Stop and thinking on the path. The guy sure looks like plant food to me. The guy sure looks like plant food to me. The guy sure looks like plant food to me. Yeah.
So nasty, treating horror.
Smacking her around the nose, talking so tough.
You need blood, it's got more than enough.
I need blood, he's got more than enough. I need blood, he's got more than enough. So go get it.
the jaw. Consider yourself very lucky.
Next.
It's me. Don't forget me. I'm next.
Nurse, does that have an appointment?
Don't trust me. I'm off Jonesy.
Been saving all month for this. I think I need a root canal. A long, slow root canal.
This way.
I have a history of dental problems.
Sit.
Yes, doctor. I went to a terrible doctor on Wednesday, who was recommended to me by a man who I usually see on Thursday, who's a brother of someone I generally see on a Sunday. And their mother actually taught them everything they know. She's incredibly gifted and quite elderly, and a lot of people think she shouldn't be working. But I go to her because I'm incredibly devoted to her strength. She can't really see who you are, but she knows. She knows the sound of your voice. And if you tell her where it is, the problem, eventually, she just works her way back, and then she does it. I wish I had that kind of thing available, because me, I can only just go so far. That's what I want to be. I don't want to ever be just...
Compare.
Yes, doctor. I remember the first time I went to the dentist. The dentist I went to had the greatest car. He had a Corvette, and I thought everyone calls him doctor, and he's not really a doctor. Oh my God. Anyway, I got out of there okay, and he gave me a candy bar. And I thought, this is what you do. You go through a little thing, you get candy out of it. For getting to work with incredible professionals, using incredibly wonderful equipment.
Sit off.
Candy bar! Candy bar! Candy bar! Oh God! Oh God! Come on! Thank you! Oh, thank you! Oh God! Oh God! It's a professionalism I respect. Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! No! Don't stop! More! More! Yeah! Yeah! What do you want? Say please! No! I'm gonna get the candy bar! I'm gonna get the candy bar! Whoa! Oh wow! Yeah! Oh yeah! Oh wow! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Get out! What's the matter? What's wrong?
Get out.
I'm gonna tell each and every one of my friends about you. They're gonna hear about this and...
What's this?
Sorry.
Goddamn sicko. Next.
I guess that's me, Dr. Scrivello.
Do you have an appointment?
Seymour Pearlbone. We met yesterday.
Oh, of course, the guy with the plans.
Right.
And the band-aids.
Right.
And the gun.
Right.
So why are you holding a gun at me, Seymour? Are you a little bit nervous about seeing a dentist?
No, I'm not nervous. I just wanted to...
It's only gonna hurt a little.
No, you don't understand. I don't want my teeth examined. I want...
Of course you want your teeth examined, Seymour. Say ah.
No.
Say ah. Ah. Ooh, your mouth is a mess, kid. You got cavities, you got plaque, you're impacted, and you're abscessed.
I am?
You need a complete oral examination. And we'll start with that wisdom tooth.
No!
Come on, Seymour, we'll just rip the little bugger out of there. What do you say?
I gotta go.
Oh, there's always time for dental hygiene, Seymour. Have you ever seen the results of a neglected mouth? Look, Seymour, this could happen to you.
It could?
Unless I take immediate action. Let's get started.
Wait. Aren't you gonna give me Novocaine?
What for? Dulls the senses.
But it'll hurt.
Only till you pass out.
Oh, what's that?
That's the drill, Seymour.
But it's rusty.
It's an antique. They don't make instruments like this anymore. Sturdy, heavy, dull. This is gonna be a challenge. This is gonna be a pleasure. I'm gonna want some gas for this one.
Gas?
Nitrous oxide, Seymour.
Thank God, I thought you weren't gonna use any.
Oh, the gas isn't for you, Seymour. It's for me. You see, I want to really enjoy this. And I find a little giggle gas before I get started enhances my pleasure enormously. In fact, I'm going to use my special gas mask. Just hold on, Seymour. I'll be with you in a moment.
Now! Do it now! When this gas himself to a palpable stupor. The moment's ideal and the timing is super. Radium fire and blow, sick bastard away. Now, do it now. Just a flicker of pressure right there on the trigger. Or you won't have to put up with that pig for another day. Now, for the girl. Now, for the plants. Now, yes I will. But I can't.
Oh, Seymour, I'm really flying now. The things we're gonna do to you now. Well, I guess I've had just about enough of this stuff now. I'll just take the mask off and... Hey, Seymour, guess what?
What?
The mask. It's stuck. I can't get it out. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna asphyxiate here. Give me a hand, will you?
Well...
He says, well, Seymour, I don't think you understand. Don't be fooled if I should giggle like a sappy, happy dope. It's just the gas. It's got me high. But don't let that bag deceive you. Any moment I could die. Though I giggle and I chortle, bear in mind I'm not immortal. How this whole thing drives me funny, I don't know. Because it really is the wrong way to go.
What we have here is an ethical dilemma. Let's help him get the mass move. He doesn't have a prayer to the government's never fired. The way it is bad, I can finish it with simple laissez-faire. What we have here is a tricky moral problem. Do it now, nest, let it go flat of air. Try, face on my side, I can off the guy but stay in the chair.
Don't be fooled if I should chuckle like hyenas in a zoo. It's just a gas. It turns me on. But don't let my mouth deceive you. Any moment I'll be gone. All my bottles start to fading, cause the outside I've been hating. Too difficult how to catch my breath. Are you dumb or hard of hearing or relieved? My end is nearing. Are you satisfied? I've left myself to death.
Ladies and gentlemen, there will now be a short interval. The feeding resumes in 15 minutes.
asking you.
Oh,
Urgent.
yes. The pink
Take these to the Japanese consulate and these to the Dutch pavilion, right? Audrey, I'm late for my lawyer's appointment. Tell Seymour to make sure that Coleman gets his wolf blade,
Yes,
right?
sir. Funerals are special. Comedians Magnolia's Academy for gorgeous collaboration.
All right, Seymour. See you later.
Mushnik and Sons, Skipton's favorite florist. Can you hold, please? Can I help you? No, I'm afraid we have none of those left. If you'd like to call back tomorrow. Just check that for you.
Mushnik and Sons, Skipton's favorite florists. Can you hold, please? No, sorry.
No,
Goodbye.
Okay. What a day. What a day. Seymour, would you mind locking up for me? I'm all in.
1 minute, Audrey. I want to show you something.
Can it wait till tomorrow?
It won't take long. I've been shopping for a new wardrobe like you told me to. Ta-da! What do you think?
I don't know.
You don't like it?
I don't know.
I'll take you back. I'll burn it. Just don't cry, please. Oh, look what I did. I only bought it to impress you. That's all I ever meant to do.
I don't know what's come over me. I've been a little under the weather lately.
It's all right, isn't it? You've been down in the dumps ever since his mysterious disappearance. You still miss him, don't you?
Miss him? I never felt so relieved as when they told me he vanished. It was like a miracle. Not to mention all the money I saved on Epsom salts and ace bandages.
Then what's the matter?
I feel guilty, I guess. I mean, if he met with foul play or some terrible accident, then it's partly my fault. Because secretly, I wished it.
Audrey, you shouldn't waste one more minute worrying about that creep. There's a lot of guys that give anything to go out with you. Nice guys.
I don't deserve a nice guy, Seymour.
Oh, that's not true.
You don't know the half of it. I've led a terrible life.
Audrey, don't.
I deserved a creep like Orange Ravello, DDS. You know where I met him? In the gutter.
The gutter?
The gutter. It's a night spot. I used to work there on my evenings off when we weren't making much money. I put on cheap and tasteless outfits, not nice ones like this. Wore nasty apparel. And
Audrey, that's all behind you now. You don't have anything to be ashamed of. You're a very nice person, and I always knew that you were. Underneath the bruises and the handcuffs, do you know what I saw? A girl I respected, and I still do. Lift up your head, wash off your mascara. Here, take my Kleenex, wipe that lipstick away. Show me your face, as clean as the morning. I know things were bad, but now they're okay. Suddenly Seymour is standing beside you. You don't need no makeup. You don't have to pretend. Suddenly Seymour is here to provide you with sweet understanding. Seymour's your friend.
nobody ever treated me kindly. Daddy left early, Mama was poor. I meet a man and I follow him blindly. He'd snap his fingers, me I'd say sure. Suddenly Seymour is standing beside me. He don't give me orders.
It seems the plot is thickening amongst my employees now.
Please, Mr. Daddy.
Oh, don't you, Mr. Daddy me, Crowborn. Audrey, I wonder if you'd like to excuse Seymour and me for a little while. Perhaps you'd like to go visit your dentist friend.
That's not very funny, Dad. You know he disappeared.
Well, that's right, he did, didn't he? Forgive me, boy chick.
Seymour, what's he talking about? What's he doing?
Why don't you run along like he asked you to, Audrey? I'll call for you in the morning if that's okay.
Of course it is, Seymour. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Mushnik.
Little red dots all over the floor.
You're acting pretty strange, Pop.
Oh, I had a pretty strange afternoon, son. After my lawyer's appointment, I was called to the police station.
The police?
Precisely. It seems they made the routine investigation into the disappearance of this motorcycle dentist. And when they did, they found a Mushnik Skid Row florist bag in his office.
Well, what's that supposed to mean?
Oh, exactly what I asked myself, Seymour. And then I began to think of certain little things I've been noticing around here lately, such as the little red dots all over the linoleum.
I spilled some Hawaiian punch and it stained.
Oh, it's hard to keep things clean around here, isn't it, Seymour? Especially when they only remove our garbage once a month.
Oh, what's that got to do with it? Where are you going?
If you want something removed in a hurry, Seymour, it's best not to dispose of it on Skid Row.
What are you talking about?
This, a dentist's uniform.
He's got your number now.
I saw it last week and I didn't think twice.
He knows just what you've done.
And the little red dot seemed innocent enough.
You got no place to hide.
But then I catch you kissing the dentist's girlfriend.
You got nowhere to run.
And it begins to look like a motive.
He knows your life of crime.
Once he's out of the way, you move in, right?
I think it's supper time.
Then how do you explain this?
What? A picture of a baseball cap?
Oh, it's your baseball cap, Seymour. The police found it in Scrivello's office, of all places, and then asked me to identify it.
And did you?
Oh, no. They don't suspect your doll, Seymour. But they don't know about the dots, the uniform, the girlfriend.
I didn't do it!
Then come with me to the police and tell them that.
He's got his facts all straight.
Just so my conscience will rest
You know
easy.
he's on your train.
If you don't, I'll have to go and tell them myself. Now they're gone.
Put you in jail. He's got the goods and
I'll lock up and we'll hang on.
all set for supper time. Come on, think about all those offers. Come on, your future with Audrey. Come on, ain't no time to turn squeamish. Come on, I swear on all my spurs, when he's gone, the world will be yours.
Okay, Seymour, let's go.
When I cut the daisy seats, did you composite them in the morning?
Well, you put them in the safe, didn't you?
No.
Well, why not? It's thousands of dollars.
I forgot the combination.
You forgot. So where is it?
In the plant.
In that one?
I thought that would be the safest place. No one will look there, right?
The money's in the plant? Well, how am I supposed to get it?
Just knock.
Up?
not now.
Is it true what you do is go marshal for the Waterhouse? True, the shop is decorating the senior prom.
Yeah, it's all true. Now, please.
There's another big hat chap looking for you, Seymour, from uptown. He's been asking all over. Where can he find you? You're famous, Seymour.
Is that him?
That's him, Mr. Bernstein.
Thank you, Bill. Seymour Krellbon, sweetie, honey, baby, pussycat.
Do I know you?
No, but you sure are gonna be glad when you do. Seymour, sweetheart, doll face, blah blah. Hey Seymour Krellbon, you Prince you. My name is Bernstein, I'm with NBC. I came down here to convince you to do a weekly TV show for me. Seymour Krellbon's gardening tips. For half an hour on Sundays at 4. TV's first home gardening program. You make a mint and our ratings will soar.
They say the big shot is married. You know the book is a lie. It's not a question of merit. It's not demand, it's a right. They say the big gonna get it. But you're a big little guy. You know the big are gonna get what's coming to your own TV show, coast to coast. You need a light, your face on screen. Sign it! Sign it! Sign that contract! Isn't this exciting? Here he is, Mrs. Lewis. We found him. He's right here.
Please, girls, I don't want to say anything else today. My darling, my precious, my sweet, sweet thing. So delighted to make your acquaintance. Beauty, sweetness, Seymour, baby. I'd like a word with you, lover. I'm sure you know me, the editor's wife. We want your face on the cover of the December 3rd issue of Life. Yes, the front of Life magazine. Now that's an honor we so seldom grant. We'll send someone around, let's say Thursday, for shots of you and your beautiful plans.
They say the big shot is married. You know the book is a lie. It's not a question of merit. It's not demand, it's supply. They say the big gonna get it. And you're a big little guy. You know the big are gonna get what's coming to Oh my goodness, Seymour. You're gonna make it straight to the top. How did you do it? Here he is, sir. The incredible Seymour Krellbon, owner of the fabulous RG2, America's most amazing and largest unidentified plant.
So this is Seymour Krellbon. We've been trying to reach you, baby. Why have your lines been busy? Did you get our telegram?
No, I don't think so.
Well, it's a good job I came down here in person then, isn't it? Pleased to meet you, kid. Skip Snip, William Morris Agency. Forget the cable we sent you. It's nice to meet me. The pleasure is yours. Now that my firm represents you. We want to book you on lecturing tours. College, campus, Rotary Club. The kind of bookings my office can do. Show the plant, then talk, answer questions. It's educational, lucrative too.
My future's starting. I've got to let it stick with that plant and tree. My bank accounts will thrive. What am I saying? No way, forget it. It's much too dangerous to keep that plant alive. I take these offers. That means more killing. Who knew success could come with nasty, messy strings? I sign these contracts. That means I'm willing to keep on doing bloody awful evil things. No! No! There's only survival revenge! No! No! This nightmare must come to an end! No! She may not like me, she may not want me. Without my plant, she may not love me anymore.
They say the big shall inherit.
Where do I sign?
You know the book doesn't lie.
Right on the
It's
line.
not a question of merit.
Right on the
It's not
line.
demand and supply.
Please call me mine.
Choice wearing.
Wouldn't go wrong.
You know the maker gonna get what's coming to. You know the maker gonna get what's coming to. You know the maker gonna get what's coming to.
Feed me food.
Lay off, Tui. Can't you see I'm busy?
Talk to him.
Watch your language.
Grub!
Give me a break, will you? I've got to finish writing the speech for tomorrow's lecture. It's all about you. Now give me some peace and quiet, or I'll tell them the truth.
Don't get cute with me. I'm major and I can break you.
So go ahead, break me. You think it's easy living with the guilt?
Ah, cut the crap and bring on the meat.
Only eat meat. If only you touch a mouse or flies. But no, you're so particular.
Come on, Grelbon, feed me. I ate eggs since Mushnik, and that was a week ago.
Look, just hold out one more night, can't you? Life magazine will be here in the morning, take our pictures.
And then you'll find me somebody.
And then you'll never be hungry again. I promise.
Chow time, Grelbon! Food! Food!
Take it,
Feed
boy.
me!
Stop
Feed me
squalling.
food! Come on!
For God's sake,
Feed me!
shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Seymour, what's the matter?
It's the matter. Don't you think I know it needs feeding? Don't you think I know it'll die, but don't feed it soon? Don't you think I'm trying to think of something, some way, someone?
Seymour, you're hysterical. What's the big deal about a little plant food? I think running this place by yourself is getting a little too much for you. When did Mr. Mushnik say he'd be back?
Huh?
You know, in the letter. The one that said he was going to his sister's house in...
South Africa. Right. He could be gone a very long time. Audrey, could I ask you something?
anything.
Well, just suppose for a moment there'd never been an Audrey too. That I was a nothing again. A nobody. Would you still like me?
I'd still love you, Seymour.
Then it's settled.
What's settled? A gun?
And bullets, and rat poison, and a knife, and a machete. Tomorrow morning, right after Life magazine takes our pictures, you know who bites the dust.
Seymour?
Right, they'll set the photo, I'll take the TV job, we'll live a nice, quiet, normal life together. No more night beatings, no more squalling for blood.
What beatings? What blood? Seymour, you're scaring me.
There's nothing to be scared of. I'll take you a little development you've always dreamed of. And when we're there, we'll live happily ever after. Nice little house, nice little car, and no plans at all.
Seymour, you're talking so peculiar.
I'll explain everything to you tomorrow, Audrey. Just go home now, please.
I can't leave you in this condition.
Don't worry about me. Don't worry about anything.
Feed me.
Under no circumstances.
Feed me.
I will not, so stop asking.
Feed me.
Look, how about run down the corner and get some nice beef? Maybe that'll hold you out till tomorrow.
No way.
Look, it's my last offer. Yes or no?
Better than nothing.
Done. Fine. Great. And don't think you get the dessert.
I couldn't sleep. I took a Soninex, but voices in my head kept saying, go to Seymour, talk to Seymour. I drank some tea, and see the feeling wasn't gone. Seymour, sweetheart, tell me, darling, what's been going on?
Hey, little lady, hello.
Who said that?
You're looking cute as can be.
Is somebody there?
You're looking mighty sweet. No, it ain't Seymour. It's me.
Oh my God!
Your friendly Audrey, too. This plant is talking to you.
I don't believe it.
Believe it, baby, it talks.
Am I dreaming this?
No, you ain't in Kansas neither.
Something's very wrong here.
Relax and go with it, doll. Do me a favor, will you, sweetheart?
A favor?
I need some water in the worst way. Look at my branch. I'm a gunner, honey. Come on and give me a drink.
I don't believe I should.
Hey, little lady, good night.
Just want water, right?
Sure do, I'll drink it straight.
Branches are mine for
Don't
today.
need no glass and no ice. Don't need no twist or time. And now it's supper time. Relax, sweetheart. It'll be easier. Come on. Join your tennis friend, Mushnik. They're right inside.
No, get up.
On the road, Seymour. Up above.
Audrey, are you all right?
Yes. No.
Please don't die, Audrey. Please, please don't die. I need you.
You know, the plant just said the strangest thing. It said, Orin and Mr. Mushnik were already inside.
It's true. I did it. I fed them to it.
And that's what made it so big and strong. And you're so famous.
I've done terrible things, Audrey. But not to you. Never to you.
But I want you to.
What?
When I die, which should be very shortly, give me to the plant so it can live and bring you all the wonderful things you deserve.
You don't know what you're saying.
I do. Because, well, if I'm in the plant, then I'm part of the plant. And in a way, we'll always be together. You'll wash my tender leaves. You'll smell my sweet perfume. You'll water me and care for me. You'll see me bud and bloom. I'm feeling strangely happy now.
Krellborn! Seymour Krellborn!
Leave me alone.
Patrick Martin, Licensing and Marketing Division, Wall Botanical Enterprises. I got a Gilda's proposition for you.
I'm not interested.
Let me explain in more detail. It's a very simple licensing deal. We take cuttings, develop little Audrey 2s, and sell them to farce across the nation. Soon every household in America will have one. I got a truck outside and some pots. If you don't mind, I'll take cuttings right now. Imagine, boy, Audrey 2s everywhere. Why, with the right advertising, this could be bigger than hula hoops.
Bigger than hula hoops?
Much bigger.
Every household in America? Thousands of you eating. That's what you've had in mind all along, isn't it?
No shit, Sherlock.
We're not talking about 100 plants here. We're talking about world conquest.
And I want to thank you.
You're a monster, and so am I.
You better wait a minute. You better hold the phone. You better mind your manners. You better change your tone. Don't get threatened with me, son. You got a lot of gall. We're gonna do things my way, or we won't do things at all. You don't know what you're messing with. You got no idea. You don't know what you're looking at, or when you're looking here. You don't know what you're up against. No way, no how. You don't know what you're messing with, but I'm gonna tell you now. I'm just a mean green mother from outer space, and I'm back. I'm just a mean green mother, a real hot case. You can't beat this trouble, man. I'm just a mean green mother from outer space. I'm gonna trash your ass and gonna rock this place. Me and me, I am back. You wanna save your skin, boy? You wanna save your hide? You wanna see tomorrow? You better step aside. You better take a trip, boy. Want some good advice? You better take it easy, 'cause you're walking on thin ice. You don't know what you're messing with. You got no idea. You don't know what you're looking at, or when you're looking here. Lie on, don't sleep tonight, and you put a steady rock. Hey, that ain't basic, that ain't nice. You know what I say of yours. Watch me now. I'm just a mean green mother from outer space, and I'm back. I'm just a mean green mother from a real hard case, and you got me fighting mad. I'm just a mean green mother from outer space. I'm gonna trash your ass. I'm gonna rock this place. Mean and green. I am back. Don't talk to me about Frankenstein. You gotta take my heart. He ain't got mine. Don't talk to me about old King Kong. The rock well, stinking wrong. You know I don't come from no black lagoon. I'm from past the stars and beyond the moon. You can keep the bag, keep the in, keep the creature in. Don't be shit. You know I got one star, major moves. I got the stuff, and I think that Bruce better move it out. Nature calls. You get the point. I'm gonna bust your balls.
some of the smaller leaves and replant them in these pots. Truck's waiting outside. Open the van, boys! We're ready to start loading!
Subsequent to the events you have just witnessed,